You're flipping through the world.
Hey, how's it going there, yo pal Jim, Super Faker Flippin' Duo? We're in the workshop. We're gonna do some shipping. So, not much of an intro. Let's just get to it. You want an intro? Here you go. I've been doing this for like 14 years. We sell a bunch of stuff. You'll see. I think we got 8 or 9 to ship, and a wide variety. So let's set the camera up. Ugh, I don't like that angle. Let's change the angle. Ashley's moving stuff around. We're a husband and wife picker team. We go to thrift stores, yard sales, estate sales. We've been buying stuff from auctions recently. Yeah, that's good. You can see what I'm doing. All right, so first thing we're going to ship is these are Happy Meal boxes from the 80s. They're already in the bag. There's 2 here. They're from the like 4x4 series, Stomper Mini 4x4s. So they gave out little toy trucks. That's the back of them, back of the one. So yeah, there's 2 in there. $24.75 a piece, plus $5 shipping each. So we sold 2 of those for 60 bucks. And I gotta cut up a box. I've been using these for my. So we get these free from Poshmark, and I'm using these to cut up. That's the way we're shipping this next. So basically, I just cut up a box and then bag the box, and away it goes. So yeah, this McDonald's bag lot that I picked up. Actually, 2. There was 2 lots at auction, doing incredibly well, and I haven't even gone through all the listings yet. Hardly any of it. We of course listed the higher in demand stuff, the stuff that people tend to look for more. The Happy Meal boxes, the food containers, and now we have Fun Times magazines and bags, like food bags, left, and a couple of odds and ends, game pieces and stuff like that. So and that stuff still sells. It just doesn't sell for as much. That's like instead of, let's say, $10 to $25, we're looking at $5 to $10 per item. Don't like the bulge because of the air, so we're going to disperse a bit. Here we go. Just tape it down. Too much tape. And yeah, I paid let's say $18 for both lots. Probably over 1,000 pieces total. And then this by itself sold for 60 bucks. And this is not the first sale. So this has more than made its money back for me. And
Do you want one of these points?
Hmm?
You want one of these points?
Oh yeah, give me a free bag. Since it's going Ground Advantage, we'll use the free stuff. Free Ground Advantage from Poshmark. I could just ship it like that, just seal this down better, but I feel better about it going in a bag.
Okay.
So we'll do that. My issue, my weakness as a reseller is now that I've made my money on lots like this, the rest of it kind of gets ignored. you know, like now I'm moving on. Like I've got a pocket knife auction buy that I'm working on instead of working on
4 ounces is good, right?
this is 7 ounces. Um, I should continue working on this stuff because it came in first, but I'm moving on to pocket knives. So I don't know. It's because I've already made my money, right? So now that's just the rest of it's like rainy day stuff, but I should work on the what is currently that was annoying. What I'm currently working on, but you know, like I said, it's my weakness. Next up, I don't know why that's not sitting right there. We go. This is a Keurig reservoir for the Premier. I don't know. It's the high end Big Daddy Keurig.
My favorite.
It's what we used to have, and we keep buying them, hoping that they'll work from a thrift store, so that we can keep it because ours broke. And we keep getting them. We keep what do they call it? Descaling them, and they're still filthy. So we can't turn around and sell the whole unit. So we just part them out. And we're buying them for $8 to $10, and we're parting them out for, you know, $30 or so. So it's a gamble every time, but we're still making a little bit of money. I wouldn't buy them to resell and piece out like that. But we're just trying to get our Keurig back without paying full retail. As long as we're making money a little bit, or at the very least breaking even a little bit, then we can keep taking that gamble. But every single one has been like moldy, or I don't know, like it spits out this green gray matter, really kind of gross. And so we descale it, and still not getting any better. So we're not going to drink coffee from it. And we'll just take apart the parts that are easily removable and sell those, like the reservoir, the drip tray, the pot holder inside, and then chuck the rest. Stuff like that we won't redonate because, you know, that's gross. And maybe we're descaling wrong. I don't know. Seems pretty simple to do, but
You scaled the last one yet?
oh, we still have one that's waiting to descale. So this is 2 pounds,
12.86.
you know, 12, 9, 11 to do that. And next we have this glass lid. This goes to the West Bend slow cooker. We sell the slow cookers all the time, but when we have to part them out, the parts do sell fairly well. So I think we sold this for $20, probably plus shipping.
15, I think.
15 plus shipping. So not a bad sale, not a great sale, you know. Again, slow cookers are, you know, I wouldn't buy them specifically to part them out, but if you have to part them out, you will at least, you'll make a little bit of money. You know, it's, I think it's better just to sell them complete, but just because you're not having to deal with so many sales per, you know, you're not touching the same item so many times, so to speak. So yeah, this thing sold $15 plus shipping, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And if we go to New York.
yeah. So our this sat around for a bit, I think.
Oh, but
Yeah. So it's got the blue base. That's how we do it. So every now and again we change the the floor to our picture taking area, the surface, right? So We were on blue, now we're on green. So we know that anything blue has been sitting a while, and that's the stuff that needs to be clearanced out. So just a real easy way, once a year, just go through and I don't like that. Go through and change out your base.
You okay?
Yeah. I don't like box choices I have either. Hmm. Don't think this is gonna go. No. All right. We have to ship it in a big box because the lid is. It will fit in a 12-inch, but it's touching the sides, and since it is glass, I don't want to mess with that. And I did run out of paper. That's one thing we got to go pick up today. So we're just going to set it in a bigger box, and then we'll pad that with probably spare bubble, or if I have spare paper or air pillow, something like that. So yeah, we had family down for Easter, so we didn't really list or work a whole lot this weekend. I did prepare Friday a bunch of McDonald's listings and stuff like that, just to keep myself going a bit. And then I did clearance out some stuff on Friday. Just because I knew I wasn't going to be able to get into the workshop a whole lot and do a bunch of work. So that's how I was able to keep busy without really spending too much time outside the house. There we go. That's good. Probably a little too good. Let's even that out. Make some flaps. You know how I love my flaps. Especially now with this McDonald's stuff, it's going through my flaps a little too fast. So even though the box is slightly bigger, instead of using a 12/8, I'm using a 15/12. Cut it down so much that the dimensionally it's going to be really no different. So my cost isn't going to change a whole lot. Let's see. And I still measure just because it's 15/12, but this goes past 12. It is 12 and a half. So we're going to do 15/13. 4. It's going to weigh, bet you 5 pounds, 4 pounds. So I have 12/8/6 in there. Let's go to 15/13/4. Goes from 702 to 702. No difference. We're going to ship it UPS because they're not as rough with their boxes. And that's on the way. Next up, I got some game pieces. Get this put away. Got some game pieces from a game I would never buy to resell complete. But this just happened to be in a scene it. It's from Pirates of the Caribbean Scene It. We had bought the Scene It Disney Scene It second edition, and there were like 4 other Scene It game pieces in there and boards and all that. So we just created game piece listings, and we have the pawns, the 4 pawns that sold. There's all 4 of them. Here you go. And then the dice. So they bought both. Like, this is one listing, this is the other listing. They bought them both. And they spent, with shipping, $20.25. So game pieces, $20.44. They do sell. And that's actually after fees or taxes or whatever. So it was $14.25 plus $6 shipping is what I charged them. So my promo, my deal on shipping is $5 on the first item, and then $1 each for every additional item that you buy on stuff like this: game pieces, ads, the McDonald's stuff. But you have to add everything to your cart, and then it does its magic. So otherwise, you got to kind of remind me that you're doing that, and then I'll refund the money. But if you don't remind me, then it is what it is. So and the thing is yes, I'm charging an extra $1 to ship it, but it's still 4 ounces for those 2 separate items. It doesn't cost me any more to ship it. I'm just making that extra $1 for the effort, which is okay. It's okay to do that. It's not, you're not scamming anybody or anything like that. It's just it's just all we haven't been recording for a while, so I don't know where we were, but I was talking about how I just packed up some shoes, some Asics, and how I shop for clothes at the Goodwill for myself. Like this, like my jeans, this shirt, my hat, my shoes, like it's all secondhand Goodwill, yard sale, whatever finds. Anyway, these Asics are going to California. It's going to cost me $9.45 to ship. Change some of my dimensions just because UPS is a stickler. It's still $9.45. This is the only order going to California. Shipping a lot less to California with that $5 surcharge. People really don't want to pay that extra $5 to ship stuff to them out west, which is fine. Folks around here and out to Texas are picking up this stuff, and Texas, some parts of Texas is just as expensive as California. So next up is this box of Enfamil standard flow nipples. Bought these at a Value Village. Bought, I think, 15 boxes. They expire in June of 2026. Bought them for $2 a box, and I'm selling them for, this one was $22.50, but I'm selling them either $22.50 or $30. Sometimes I'll get an offer for $20 and I'll take it. But yeah, when I'm getting but I'm buying them for $2. I can sell them for $20 because all I'm doing is shoving them in a bag and getting them out. Usually I put them in a different bag, but I ran out of that size. So we got to do some reordering of supplies, and they're super light. 8 ounces for that box of nips. We only got one more item, so, and of those boxes, I've only got 2 left, so we're almost sold through. I have the dimensions at 10.86. I'm just gonna leave them there. That's going ground advantage. I probably could have put that. I don't know if it would have fit in the ground advantage box in a bag. Last but not least is something I'll probably have to go get a box for. I hate it when I put the label down and I have to like, I'm gonna print a new one just because I don't like how that's stuck. But like the label sticks to the bag, or the box usually isn't an issue, but the bag, and it messes it all up. Gotta print a new one. Hang tight. Download the. Like it gets all excited to stick to the bag. There we go. We label that. That's good. Next up is, oh yeah, that canister vacuum, Kenmore. Sold it for $45 plus shipping. I think it went to New York. See what dimensions I put in there. Hopefully they're right. I know it's close, but something like this, you can really go sideways. 15 pounds, 17, 11, 10. So I have it. I thought I can get it in a small. Well, let's see. 17 pounds is probably pretty close. I'm thinking I probably can't get it in a Walmart small. If I can, then I won't have to get a box. But you see, even something like this, like it's big and scary, but I have the right size bubble wrap. Boxes are available. So even if you don't have a box, but you know where to get a box, like you can go to Walmart, you can go to Lowe's or Home Depot. You know, pack and ship store boxes are going to be expensive, so maybe, not so much of that. But pack yourself the right size bubble, 24-inch and 12-inch, and you can ship basically anything you want. Nothing is scary. You just have to have the right stuff. Be prepared. Be a Boy Scout. That is the Boy Scout motto, right? I don't know. I was never a Boy Scout. But my neighbors are Boy Scouts. Or I guess they're not Boy Scouts now, they're just Scouts, which is fine. You can be a Scout. All right. So we're bubble wrapped. I don't know what I was thinking with a Walmart small, but I must have measured it. Let's see if it goes. Moment of truth. Oh, nope. Does not go. Sure doesn't. Still have to go get a box. Let's get a weight anyway, just to see. It's only 11 pounds, so that's in that box. Let's do, put it at 15. Let's do 13 pounds, 18, 18, 11. Oh, not 111. So that's going to be $15 to ship it. So it's going to cost me a little more to put it in a Lowe's medium. Lowe's. Do I have a Lowe's medium? I might. I do. Hmm. All right, I'm going to play around with things a bit. You don't need to be here for that. That's all we got, guys. That's our shipping. Bunch of different stuff. Bunch of different stuff. So this week we're going to do some, we're going to go over this weekend sales, see how we did for the first week of April. And then we're going to do some online auction listing stuff. So I'm looking at local auctions, see what we can find there to do some online sourcing. So that'll probably be coming up next because I'm going to work on that today after we get this stuff shipped out. So like, comment, subscribe, all the happy horseshit. Look out for those videos coming up soon in the next day or so, day or two. And yeah, thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next time.